Hi,
Yeah.
Ethan. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hi Jane, how you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. So before we delve in, could you tell me a little bit of background about yourself, who you are, what you do? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm Ethan. I'm 23 years old. I'm the co-founder of a social media agency. And I think I could just sum it up by being a young entrepreneur. I mean, the noises you can hear in the background is some kid in a coffee shop because I'm that 23-year-old on his laptop in a coffee shop trying to build a business. And I'm really, really enjoying it. Mhm.
What are you doing to try and enjoy the journey? So you've set up with a friend, is that right? There's two of you.
Yeah, so we met in school. We got in a lot of trouble together, which meant that we spent a lot of time together and grew close. So we've known each other since we were 11. Um, and yeah, I think one of the things about following people on social media is that you get a lot of people who have done it and have all the answers, and then they try to look back and give advice and perspective for people that are just starting out. And like
Yeah.
I follow people like Gary Vee and Steve Bartlett and all these incredible successful entrepreneurs. But sometimes it's like maybe they've forgotten a little bit what it was really like when
Yeah.
you don't know how you're going to pay rent in 6 days and you really don't have any idea what you're doing and you're working out one step at a time. So I tried to offer that slightly different perspective of someone working it out along the way.
And how did you, so you and your now business partner, friend,
Mhm.
how do your skill sets complement each other? Are you very similar as people or are you quite different? How does that split work?
I think we do have a lot of similarities because we've grown up together and naturally friends influence each other. But I'd say that Nick is very good at handling. Nick's a very consistent person. So he'll turn up every day, 8 hours a day consistently. Whereas I'm much more like a roller coaster. I'll do some wild, crazy, stuff, and then I'll kind of fade out a little bit because I've used up all my energy. And so we kind of complement each other in that way. He manages the day to day. He makes sure that we're still here, we're delivering for our clients, we're doing a good job. And then I'm coming with but what's next and what can we do instead and how can we change things and we work together like that.
So would it be right to summarize then, if you want ideas, you'd come to you, and if you want those ideas seen through, you'd go to business partner?
That is the perfect,
Yeah.
yeah.
So far, based on your limited time of running a business, what advice have you already learned, or what would you give to anybody who's thinking now, not sure what I want to do, kind of want to give it a go? What have you done that you think?
Generally, whenever I'm putting content online, I'm very avoidant of giving people advice because I think that one, as a 23-year-old, what do I know? Like, I can't be telling people what to do. And two, even if I did know something, just because it worked for me doesn't mean it worked for someone else. But the thing I'm so, so glad Nick and I did when we were 17, we knew we desperately wanted to build a business. We didn't know what we wanted to do, so we just started. Like
Yeah.
we started trying to sell like smoking papers and lighters online. We built a little website. We realized it wasn't going to work. That bombed out in a week.
Mhm.
And we moved on to like a vintage fashion business that we ran for 3 years. That ended up bombing out. But just by doing something,
Yeah.
we learned so much through that process. And if I told you 6 years ago I was going to be running a social media agency, that would have been impossible. I never could have forecasted that. But just by doing stuff, eventually I got to this point where we are running one, we're enjoying it, and we're actually pretty good at it. So if I was going
Yeah.
to give advice, which I generally avoid, it's just to start doing something if you
I
don't
think
know what to do.
also do it before you feel ready, because you never feel ready. So just start sometimes, I think, because it's so much easier to convince yourself why it's not quite the right time. It's a lot harder to start, whereas actually you're never going to be ready. You're never going to feel completely entirely ready to do whatever. But once you're in there, you've just got to go with it, haven't you? So yeah, congratulations, because out of every one person who does make that decision, there's a lot of people who don't. So well done, you've
Thank you.
taken, yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
amazing. No, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time joining, mate. It's been really interesting, really excited to hear your journey so far. Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you, Jane. Appreciate it.